Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix TV series, The Queen's Gambit. So yes, I have just now got around to watching the Netflix TV series, The Queen's Gambit. Yeah guys, yes. The Queen's Gambit originally aired back in 2020, like the fall of 2020 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's been a little while. That being said, even though this show has been out for that long, I still don't plan on doing any type of spoilers in this particular video. I definitely just want to share my love for this show, and if you haven't gotten around to the show just yet, maybe this review will kind of push you in that direction to go check it out. So yeah, hopefully this will be a nice, quick, and to the point video review. You know how long-winded I can sometimes be, yeah guys. So yeah, all that being said, The Queen's Gambit. Like I said, this show was on Netflix, originally aired back in the fall of 2020, I think, starring Anya Taylor-Joy as our main character, Beth Harmon. And what the show is all about, if you're not aware of it, the show follows the character of Beth Harmon when she's about 8 or 9 years old. She is orphaned just all of a sudden. She's sent off to an orphanage where she kind of gets a little bit of an education, and yeah, with the hopes that she'll get adopted by somebody. The thing is, our character Beth Harmon, what we learn about her fairly quickly in the narrative of the first episode, she's practically a child prodigy when it comes to the game of chess. Now, don't let that fool you into thinking that this show is boring. uh, this show is all about chess. I think on the surface that sounds a little bit boring and uninteresting, but I tell you what, this is the most epic I have ever seen the game of chess be, you guys. So as I said, our character Beth Harmon, she's a child prodigy when it comes to the game of chess, and she quickly gets the attention of just some of the best when it comes to the game of chess. And not only is it a thing that she's young and she's already kind of mastering the game, it's not really so much that, because throughout the entire show, there's other people who are young and they share their stories and the fact that they got into it early. It's not just the fact that she's young and she's already mastering the game. It also has a lot to do with the fact that she is a woman in a game that is predominantly played by men. And I think even in our modern culture, I think when we think of the game of chess, I think in our minds a lot of times we automatically kind of assume it's a very male-dominated game. So that's definitely another big part of this show, is kind of the feminist aspect and take on it, with Beth being kind of the sole female player when it comes to this game. And yeah, all the men surrounding her and whatnot, and she never lets that kind of phase her, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much what this entire show is about, guys. It's about Beth Harmon mastering the game of chess, beating out all these other people who are pros and people who've been doing it for years upon years upon years, you know. Not only is this show dealing with the fact that Beth becomes this child prodigy in the game of chess, not only is it dealing with that, but it's also kind of dealing with the thing of she gets this sudden notoriety and sudden fame and sudden celebrity, if you will. So it's tackling some pretty heavy issues at the end of the day. A lot of issues that deal with the cost of celebrity, the cost of fame, how different people kind of cope with celebrity and fame. And like I said, we find out that Beth, at the start of this show, she has become an orphan, and through various different flashbacks over the course of the entire show, we get really quick snippets and flashbacks of what events led up to her becoming an orphan. And we see a lot of stuff involving her mother, and her mother doesn't seem to be a very stable person. And you definitely get the idea, Beth herself is not a very stable person at all. She's very highly unstable. If she were to see a therapist or a psychologist in our modern day environment, she would definitely be diagnosed with something, some sort of mental illness. I myself, I don't know anything about psychology, therapy, and all that, so it's none of my business here to try to guess what type of mental condition she might have, but she definitely is suffering from something for sure. Beth is a very closed off individual. She's very emotionless. Um, she struggles to kind of maintain her emotions sometimes, and when she gets angry, she doesn't want people to really know that she's angry, but she'll kind of go off and do other things to display her anger, and that could be through alcohol. It could be through drugs. Yeah, this entire show is also dealing very heavily with that. The fact that because Beth is unstable, it's dealing with alcoholism and drug abuse, and yeah, what that kind of does to her over the course of the show. This show, once again, it's all about chess in some ways, which you may think is boring, but I think what makes this show very entertaining and interesting to watch is definitely Beth's character growth and development over the course of the show. How she kind of starts off, obviously, in episode 1 as an orphan, and how she kind of grows into the game of chess, and how she is by the end of this show. The show definitely deals a lot with her mania, almost her mania and obsession when it comes to the game of chess. She puts so much into chess, but not into her real life, not into her surrounding relationships. Once again, she's such a really closed off individual, and she kind of shuts herself off from people in her life. And yeah, a lot of it has to do with her obsession with chess. She's very much highly obsessed with the game, and highly obsessed more than anything with winning the game and beating people. Because she does. When she loses, she gets very mad, and she just overanalyzes herself, like, what did I do wrong? She's so hard on herself when she loses. So yeah, this show is absolutely incredible, you guys. I think I failed to neglect, the show primarily takes place in the 1960s. When Beth is first orphaned, we do start off in the 1950s, but yeah, the show does primarily mostly take place in the 1960s, so you're definitely getting that 1960s vibe and culture in America during that time period. So yeah, you're getting the hair, you're getting the fashion, you're getting this is what a telephone would look like, this is what the cars look like, so you're getting all that good stuff when it comes to the 1960s. So I liked I guess the cinematography overall, the overall look and vibe of the show. I definitely loved it. Oh my god, the costuming, you guys. I adored the costuming on this show, the outfits that they put Beth in. Anya Taylor-Joy can just pull off just about any type of hairstyle, any type of outfit. She's always so gorgeous. And yeah, I think this show has such a wildly wonderful cast as well. Not only Anya Taylor-Joy, who I have just adored for years at this point, you guys. I think I was scrolling through her IMDb the other day, and I was like, yep, I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this. I've seen just about her entire IMDb at this point. Yeah, she is just so wonderful as the character of Beth Harmon. She totally understands this character and what makes this character tick. She fully understands Beth and the mental place that she's at, and her obsession with the game and whatnot. And as for other characters, the show is very much male dominated in some ways. I mean, you do have other female characters. You have the flashbacks with Beth's mom, and then you have her adoptive mother. And yeah, as far as like some other just miscellaneous characters, there are so many British actors in this show, you guys. I cannot believe it. For a show that takes place in America, and it's about America in the 1960s, there sure is a lot of British actors. There's hardly any Americans in this show, but that's okay. I love it. some surprise appearances. We have Thomas Brody Sangster, who you may know from, you know, the little boy from Love Actually, and he was in Game of Thrones. He was wonderful in this show. And then I think a huge pleasant surprise with this show was Harry Melling's character. Harry Melling, who you probably most likely know, he played Dudley Dursley in the Harry Potter movies. Harry Melling was an absolute joy and surprise in this show. Definitely a huge highlight. And the thing is, Harry Melling, I've kind of seen him in various different things over the years, and he is just growing into such an incredible actor. Yeah, guys, definitely forget Dudley Dursley. Yeah, no, definitely forget that. He has just grown and matured into such a wonderful actor over the years, and yeah, I mean, he was definitely, other than Beth in this show, I think Harry Melling's character was kind of one of my top favorite characters. So yeah, do I have anything else to say about this show, you guys? I can just gush about the Queen's Gambit for such a long time, and I found out what the Queen's Gambit is. Apparently, it's like an opening move in the game of chess. So I guess that fits the character of Beth quite wonderfully. So yeah, overall, I adored this show. It's just a one and done season. There's definitely no more seasons to come, so it's very self-contained. No cliffhangers. Everything gets resolved, wrapped up. I loved the overall look of the show. I loved the story that it focused on chess, which you would think would sound incredibly boring, but guys, I tell you, it is not. It's the most entertaining thing you will ever see in your life. I loved the characters. I enjoyed the thematic elements more than anything. Like I said, this show is dealing very heavily with the cost of fame and celebrity, dealing with alcoholism and drug abuse, and the fact that our main character is an orphan at the start of the show. You know, it's dealing with some pretty heavy issues and topics. But yeah, thoroughly engaging, enjoyable time. And yeah, if you have not gotten around to the show, I definitely recommend you could go to Netflix and check it out. So you guys, that is it for my thoughts and feelings on The Queen's Gambit. In the comments down below, have you guys seen this show? Like I said, I'm just now getting around to it and expressing my love for it, but yeah, maybe you have already gotten around to it. And like I said, if you haven't gotten around to it, maybe this review will kind of push you in the direction of checking it out, because it is a fantastic time, you guys. So that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye, guys.